G.I. Joe Retaliation. This has quite a funny story to begin with before we start anywhere near this review. The first one, this is the sequel to what a lot of people say probably was really a bad film. I actually quite enjoyed it, to be honest, was G.I. Joe Rise of the Cobra. And was quite interesting when you look at this trailer is pretty much nearly all the of the actors or whatnot are not even in this film. Look, the only ones I can see actually make a return are Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes and Duke. I think the Commander is played differently, right? That's that part, right? The next part is this film was meant to come out last year. In fact, roughly around this time last year. So it is a little bit late for the party. And I can't see why, to be honest. And I'll get to that point in a minute, but as I say, I just can't see why. But with all that out the window, let's get to the nitty gritty of this review. I'm going to actually start off what I actually like. What I like is some really good intense action. There's good camaraderie with like some of the actors in it. The Rock is just amazing in this film. I love the new look of the Commander. The Commander was actually really good, and Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow are always awesome, and even the female version of Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow was good as well. Now I'll talk what I really did not like about the film. First off, right, the fact like not all this of the actors or whatnot are not even in this film starts off kind of like, so what was the distribution of it? And this is maybe a wee bit of a spoiler, but kind of not because it was in the trailer, is, Channing Tatum's character Duke, sort of dies in this film, which is quite saddening in my opinion, because he was really good. In fact, in this film, even like for the first 20 minutes, he was actually really good in the film, and I was like, so they killed him off for like no reason. The next part is there are a lot of characters that just are like useless. Like they're just, you don't really get, they're there and they just don't do much. For instance, the third surviving guy of the three remaining G.I. Joes, he does literally nothing. I don't know why he was there. I don't understand why. He, in my opinion, should have died, because it would make a little bit more sense. The next part is, again, the thing is, it's bad, but it's good in a way, but it's how funny the film is. Like, the way that they term, like, this is how politics works, or it's easy to do this and that, and you're kind of like, it's so stupid that it can only work for an action film, and maybe for this film entirely, but yet again, that's kind of one of the revolving things. But one of the things I really got quite annoyed at was they just don't explain a lot in this movie. Like, you see Storm Shadow and then you're thinking, but hang on a minute, did he not like die in the first film? And do you know what? We all thought he did. But yet, somehow, he's still alive. I mean, you see there's a wee scar, but that's all you see from what happened. So you don't understand, like, how the hell was he meant to die? Because one, how the hell did he survive being stabbed? Two, how the hell did he get out of the Arctic? Three, how did he survive the Arctic? Four, how did he survive the Arctic and being stabbed at the same time? It's a bit weird, but overall though, I still had a blast seeing this film. And to be honest, if you had like a bunch of your mates over, or you're deciding you're going to go out, let's go and see a film, this would be actually a pretty good choice. I mean, you would have a good time. I can understand maybe why you not like it, why some people might love it. All in all, I actually had a good time watching this film.